This is Nickki, and welcome to another session. Today we are going to spend a couple minutes considering the concept of ourselves, what the self really means, what the mind is all about, what it means to belong in community. And so, as we get settled in, let's take a moment to take a nice, long, slow, deep breath and let that go. And one more time, nice, long, slow, deep breath in and let that go. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of being at an event with Dr. Dan Siegel. He is a doctor who has done a lot of neuroscience and psychology. He works with UCLA now, and his credentials are numerous. And the concept of self was a topic that we delved into greatly. And this topic was really focused around the idea that we often consider this container the self. And really, there's a much more broad aspect to the self, to our interconnectivity on this planet, in this solar system, and in the universe. And what I really appreciate is that he comes at this from a scientific vantage point. I do not have an intense scientific background. So for those out there who are professionals in this field, feel free to correct or make any additional notes in the comments below. The idea, though, is let's say we would take an oxygen atom. It's little oxygen, right? It's made up of 8 electrons. And by itself, if it was just to sit around and say, me and all the other oxygens, we're so cool, we're like each other, isn't it fabulous to be us? Then we wouldn't have water. Because of course water is H2O. So the oxygen binds together with these 2 hydrogens. And the idea behind this is that the oxygen on its own, and this is a predetermined idea in our heads, is that we naturally look for things that are like ourselves. And so of course it would be natural for an oxygen to look at other things like itself. And yet if it simply considered itself an entity, these 8 electrons and one being that was not willing to be connected or interact with other things that didn't look and feel like it, then the collaboration of something like water, H2O, would never be able to be in existence. And more importantly, once water is in existence and you look at it, you can't just separate it. Even when you look at a wave, can you tell where the wave actually started and ended? There is a wave, there is this idea of something coming up and out of the whole. It's coming out of the beautiful Pacific Ocean or Indian Ocean or wherever it may be, and it rises up. And then, through its ebb and flow, it goes back down and it mixes back in. And maybe another set of similar looking, acting, feeling objects all come up and create the next wave. And yet there's an individuality within the collective. That's the idea of the self. Can we broaden our horizon, our vantage point, our interpretation of the self, and really begin to see it collectively? Now, the struggle with this, of course, is that when we start to look around and attempt to create this vision, it's easy often for us to see ourselves like people in our family. Of course, we have shared DNA and have similar interests and grew up together. And yet, if we truly are all interconnected, even those folks that may have different value sets than us, may have different opinions and strategies on getting to their goal, something that may not be in our realm of possibility or value set, are we able even then to potentially embrace and accept that as a larger part of ourself? And if we were going to extend it even further, noticing that nature, trees, insects, animals, we all share so many of these commonalities. Looking at the circle of life and the food chain and everything else, there is an interdependence. And so when we minimize ourself to this casing, we may not be getting all of the advantages and truth to who we are. Because just like water, it takes more than an oxygen atom standing on its own. So, with that in mind, today I thought we would move forward with a practice called loving kindness. And just like the oxygen atom ebbs and flows and has its own individuality and bonds with others, this practice will invite us to connect with others, connect with ourselves, to spread our potential and greatness and energy, flowing that out to others and receiving from others. Be gentle with yourself. Sometimes accepting and receiving can be a challenge for us. So let's settle in and we'll just do as we can. I'll guide us through as we always do. Getting comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes if that feels good. Once again, taking another nice, long, slow, deep breath in. And gently exhale. And one more time. And exhale. So the idea of this practice is that we're going to desire for somebody and ourselves at some point, we'll start with somebody, to be happy. No attachments, no conditions. There's no dependency if you do this. Just simply, wouldn't it be amazing if you were happy? And so, why don't you check in with your body right now? Just see where it's at, how you're feeling. Letting whatever is be there. And when you're ready, bring to mind somebody that right when you think of them, a smile appears on your face. Someone you have a great relationship with, maybe a close friend or a family member, a teacher, a mentor, someone you admire, or a pet, an animal. Sometimes that's where it's easiest for us to just feel that natural love. Cute little dog's tail wagging right when we come in the door. The best is when you leave and 2 minutes later you walk back in and their tail is wagging as if you've never been there before. It's very fulfilling. So any being that just jumps out to you and gives you a pick-me-up and a little smile. And have a sense of them being in front of you right now. Wagging their tail, giving you little licks with their tongue, smiling at you if it's a person, maybe holding your hand, whatever feels comfortable for you. And now notice how you're feeling inside. Maybe you have a warm feeling. Maybe there's an aspect right now that just feels a little more protected, seen, and truly heard. This feeling is accessible to us in any moment. And so we'll move forward through a series of visualizations. The first is with this person standing or being standing or sitting four-legged in front of you to offer them kind words, loving words. I'll offer these phrases, and you can say these to that being in front of you, silently or aloud, whatever feels right for you, using my words or substituting your own phrases. May you be safe and protected from danger. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. So looking at this being in front of you, and we'll run through this again. And you're offering them these gifts. May you be safe and protected from danger. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. And as this being across from you, this wonderful individual, receiving these words of encouragement and protection, they in turn offer these words back to you. So staying with this interaction, we'll repeat these phrases. And this time, it's the individual or being offering them to you. If it's a dog or a cat or a pet, let it sing them to you or purr them to you, whatever works, knowing that the intention is coming back to you. May you be safe and protected from danger. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. Check in with yourself. How does it feel to receive these messages? For some of us, this may be challenging. So, we'll run through this one more time. And then we will change the words a little. Meanwhile, know, regardless of what your feelings are, that we're planting seeds along the way in this moment. And if you're having a struggle with this, you might invite yourself to consider what lesson there could be. So one more time, this person, this being in front of you, offers you these words. May you be safe and protected from danger. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. And if this exercise is resonating with you deeply or not so much, let's see what happens when we offer this gift to ourselves. So let's do another round, and instead of you, we'll use the word I. May I be safe and protected from danger. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be healthy and strong. May I have ease and well-being. Check in again with yourself and just take notice. Using the word I versus you, being in self-reflective mode versus receiving, from another. Do you feel a difference? Nothing to change, nothing to do. Just noticing. Noticing how the differentiation of those may seem. And ask yourself, what do I need to be happy? Just get curious for a moment. What do I need to be happy? We've shared this gift with someone who already makes us happy. Let's expand this to others in our life. Feel free to think of another individual, or maybe visualize a collective of people around you. Loved ones, friends, acquaintances. And as we continue to deepen and move into this process, maybe this energy will flow even stronger to this collective, this expanded self. So once again, may those of you who are surrounding me, who I am thinking of, be safe and protected from danger. May you all be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. And let's take a moment now to fill in with any other desires, phrases that come to mind. May you live stress-free. May you feel openness. We'll take a few moments of silence for you to just allow these to flow. May you be bright and sunshiny. We'll move on to a group of individuals or an individual that maybe you have difficulty with. And if you're feeling up for this, can you also, despite your differences, extend these words authentically and congruently to them, knowing they are not their actions. And so despite differences between you, we all as the collective deserve to be happy and safe and at ease. So once again, if you're feeling up for it, with individuals you struggle with or have difficulties, offering to them, may you be safe and protected from danger. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you have ease and well-being. Checking in again with yourself. How does this feel? Knowing, experiencing, feeling a greater aspect of self, a sense of belonging. It's a desire we all have and need. A sense of providing for others. And so, with all of that, can we expand the bounds even further? Stretching our vision through our town, city, state, country, across the oceans, throughout the entire world, to all beings. The trees, the spiders, the mosquitoes, the wolves, the lions, the bunny rabbits, the birds, people we've never met, continents we've never explored, knowing we are all part of the greater self. May all beings be safe and protected from danger. May all beings be happy and peaceful. May all beings be healthy and strong. May all beings have ease and well-being. Collectively, with this intention, one more time, with an energy and a vigor, stretching out, feeling this within yourself, offering it to others. May all beings be safe and protected from danger. May all beings be happy and peaceful. May all beings be healthy and strong. And may all beings have ease and well-being. We may wonder and question whether this practice for us can have a ripple effect in the world. Such a small group having such a big impact. And yet, Margaret Mead has a beautiful quote. And she references that such a small group that may not feel they can have an impact is actually the only thing that ever has created that ripple to make an impact. That is how it starts. With this collective, with this energy exchange. So when you're ready, feel free to take another nice, long, slow, deep breath in. And let that go. Feel free to open your eyes if they were closed. Coming back into the circle, this time in this space. Feeling these words resonate within yourself. Maybe providing you a little more ease so that you'll ripple this feeling and energy through the rest of your day. Whether you're at the coffee shop or at home, with a colleague, or out with friends. And knowing that this is accessible to you at any moment. Maybe this gave you a glimpse that the self is more than just this container. We can feel it. That is knowing, experiencing, feeling the connectedness, knowing we are part of a great cosmic dance. We may not always be clear on the part we play. Are we at least willing to be open to moving our feet a little, swaying to the beat, joining in the dance in whatever way we feel called? In some way, our unique gift, our expression, distinctly ours. That is enough. It is more than enough. It is the missing puzzle piece of the gigantic jigsaw we are all a part of. Wishing you a day, an evening, a weekend filled with ease and well-being, happiness and peace. Thank you for sharing yourselves today, like the oxygen as part of a collective with the hydrogen making water. We are all part of the waves and the ebb and the flow. And I am honored to join you in this giant sea. Gratitude and namaste.